So we're already a month into 2019, and so far it's been much like 2018. But you know what isn't like 2018? The films of 2019! Because, well, they're different films to the previous film. Fuck it!
I'm not what you think I am.
A film that was teased to us at the end of Infinity War, Captain Marvel looks to be both the last MCU film to appear before we hit Endgame, and also the first MCU film to have a female lead protagonist. What's even more intriguing is this is a new character we're being introduced to and joining the MCU family, and based on the trailers, it looks as though we're getting a young Nick Fury and a young Agent Coulson, plus we have Jude Law joining the cast and Lee Pace back as Ronan. But above all, we're mostly intrigued by how Brie Larson will play the lead role, and how this film will tie in with both Infinity War and Endgame.
This is gonna work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't.
Speaking of Marvel movies, this film feels like it signals an end of an era. What do I really need to say about this film? We all know what it is. It's likely the end of the Thanos saga and the end of the current MCU as we know it. Moving forward, I think we may be getting quite a different type of MCU, and we'll likely be losing a few characters in this film, I imagine. So we're expecting some pretty huge things to happen in this film. Somebody's gonna die. When this film was first announced, I never thought in a million years I'd be adding this to any anticipated films list. But then that trailer came out, and goddamn, they bloody got me. So yes, I can now say I am looking forward to a Detective Pikachu movie, which is a sentence that is as strange as the film itself. A movie about a talking Pikachu who is also a detective, voiced by Ryan Reynolds? What? This film just looks bizarre to me, and that's part of the appeal really. Plus, as a kid growing up in the 90s, it's pretty cool to see some live action Pokemon on the screen.
Put down the stapler or I will electrocute you!
Disney continues their obsession with creating live-action versions of their classic films. This year we're getting Dumbo, The Lion King, and Aladdin. But here I'm talking about Aladdin. But why? But why does Aladdin have my attention? And this is one of those films where it could go either way. It could be really good or really shit. And I think that's why I'm most intrigued to see it. It's like a DC film. Is this gonna be a car crash or not? I've enjoyed some of the Disney remakes of late. Jungle Book I thought was fun, and The Beauty and the Beast was fine, I guess. But Disney for me has an equal hit or miss rate.
Sorry about your window, but you're welcome for not getting robbed. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
As mentioned earlier, DC films are always exciting to see for the simple reason of discovering if it'll be a Wonder Woman or a Batman v Superman. It's the excitement of finding out, is this going to be a fun ride or an embarrassing disaster? However, Shazam looks fresh and exciting. It looks like it will be a fun film to watch, and hopefully doesn't rely on some of the old tired superhero tropes we've come to know so well lately. The superhero genre is in danger of becoming massively oversaturated, and superhero fatigue is likely to set in if these films don't try to constantly evolve and change themselves. Shazam, based on the trailers, looks like it's doing that. Much like the DC films, Godzilla gets on this list because I'm intrigued in which way this film will go. The first new Godzilla film back in 2014, I actually enjoyed for the most part. What a shame that they cast an emotionless, boring robot to play the lead role. Looking at you. This film looks like it's going to throw everything Godzilla at us by first giving us not one, not two, but 3 classic Godzilla monsters. It is possible that this could all collapse in on itself, but we'll just have to wait and see.
I'm not a toy!
Hey, somebody get him before he pokes an eye out.
I am sort of against this even happening. We had our 3 films, they were lovely, and the first seemed to have a great closing and tied everything neatly together. It was a great ending to an enjoyable trilogy, until now. Why? Because money, bitches! Look, if you're gonna throw in a 4th title to upset the perfectly neat trilogy we already had, then it better be a bloody good one. There's been some good 4th installments in films before, so it's not impossible, but Pixar films of late have been, well, they're not great. And so this doesn't really give me a lot of hope for this film. So why the hell is it on this list? Because I need to know what this film is gonna be like. I owe it to my younger self. The original Lion King is one of my favourite Disney films, definitely in my top 5. So learning that they were making a live action remake had me on edge, and still has me on edge, to be honest. However, based on the short trailer that we got, it does look quite good in terms of the visuals, but will it be a great film? We'll just have to wait to find out. I loved the first It film. I loved the tone, the cinematography, the acting, the soundtrack, everything. So of course, as soon as it ended, I was highly anticipating its sequel. And this second film looks to have a fantastic cast with actors like James McAvoy, Jessica Chastain and Bill Hader, and of course Bill Skarsgård, back as that f***ing horrible clown. They did great with the first chapter, so let's hope they don't drop the ball on the second.
I should laugh, but I cry, because your love has passed me by. You took me by surprise. I didn't realize that you were laughing.
Who asked for a Joker origin story? Answer, no one. But DC has given us one anyway, whether we like it or not. Why is this on the list? Well, because this film is still somewhat of a mystery. I'm not sure what this film is gonna be. We don't even know for sure if it's gonna follow a storyline similar to The Killing Joke or a completely original concept. Plus we have Joaquin Phoenix in the role. Joaquin Phoenix. Which is a very interesting decision. We still don't really know how he's gonna play it. I've said it before with previous films on this list, but this could go either way. We could get a Dark Knight level film, or a completely sloppy mess. But I'm intrigued to see how they handle this character this time round. I mean, as long as it's better than this guy. So there you go, that's our 10 most anticipated films of 2019. There are so many more that didn't make this list, but hey, would be here forever if I had to list them all. You don't want to listen to my voice for that long. But what's your most anticipated film for this year? Seriously, let us know in the comments below. And please, if you'd like to see more from us and help this channel grow, subscribe to our channel, give us a like and hit that annoying bell to stay up to date with future videos.